Welcome to PhD&D here on YouTube. This is, first of all, this is the fifth time I'm shooting this video, fifth starting attempt, because the computer keeps cutting off my screen when I try to do a screen recording. So I apologize that I will not actually have the numbers I'm going to talk about. They're right there. I know you probably can't see them, so I'm going to try to put them all in the comments so you can refer to them while I'm talking about them. This video is inspired by the point buy versus random argument discussion, not really an argument, because it is solely opinion based. So I like what I've heard so far. I haven't really presented my opinion. I posted a comment on Don Forgecast's video kind of my opinion. So I did an experiment today. I'll get straight to the point. And I created 3 characters for each method, and I used 4 methods of random die rolling, because there's also kind of a hazy line as to what quantifies as random die rolling. Like, what method are you using to determine random? If you're making an argument against or for random, you need to specify, as Dark Age of just made a video about, thank you, you need to specify which method you're talking about so we have an idea. Now I want to kind of lay out exactly the numbers that I got from this so that you could see how each method played out. Now, as far as an actual experiment, the downfalls of this experiment would be that I needed to do a lot more numbers. I probably should have generated a lot more characters. I just didn't have the time. I just wanted you to see what these methods did, what numbers they came up with. So I'm going to scoot back here a little bit. So apologize for the bright light again behind me. It's just this magic halo that follows me around. The first method, which is top of the screen here, and once again, check the comments. I'll try to put the numbers in there. I did 4d6, reroll 1s and 2s, and drop the lowest, because that's been a popular one that's talked about. And the numbers that I came up with, I won't read through every single one of them. The key one I want to talk about is the average I came up with between all 6 stats for 3 different characters. The average, sorry, was 13.94. That was the average stat number between all 18 numbers for the 3 characters I made with that method. The next method down was 3d6 down the line. Roll 3d6, keep it exactly how it is. Brought it down quite a bit. The average I got there was 10.4, which some may argue is actually pretty high for 3d6 down the line. But that's what I came up with. Once again, I should have probably done some more numbers, but you can see how that significantly does drop it from the first method. Method 3 was 4d6 were rolled, and you dropped the lowest. There were no rerolls whatsoever. That puts us at a 12.77 as an average. Not bad. That's pretty good. I'll talk about that method at the end here, because that is actually my favorite out of these 4 that I tested today. The final method, similar to the first, was 4d6, re-rolling only 1s, and then dropping the lowest at the end. That was an average of a 13.83 compared to a 13.94 for re-rolling 1s and 2s. So that didn't drop that first method very much. Now, if you roll, first of all, I'll talk random here. For random die rolling, if you roll 4d6, you're going to re-roll 1s and 2s, and you're going to drop the lowest number. You're going to end up with pretty good stats. So if you want a game full of characters with really good stats and you want to do random, that's the way to go. However, there's an argument that, well, you're too strong, blah, blah, blah. Neither method's right. It's whichever method you want to use, what you want to make your game, what you want to turn your game into, and ultimately it's up to your DM. They're going to make the decision more often than not. They might ask for some input, but if they tell you we're doing point buy, you're going to do point buy. They're putting the time in to run this game. They got to make that decision. I believe point buy has a lot of advantages. My current campaign is using point buy. That's a long story. That is actually because of some cheating that occurred. I gave them a little too much freedom with the random die rolling. However, that being said, we're using point buy and I like it. You can customize your character and make it exactly what you want. I like random as well. I think there's a huge element of fun with random generation. You are given stats, you have to play to those stats. That's how that's how the dice fell, and that's what you need to roll with. So there's an element of fun there that I think point buy does not have. I can agree with the arguments you may get bored with that character. However, if you're going to get bored with the character, I think you're going to get bored either way, whether you customize it or not. Your stats should not make the fun in the character. They can influence it, yes. And if you're absolutely bored with the character, you hate it, you hate what hand you were dealt with random, a good DM or a good game master should let you make a new character, because if you're not having fun, who cares if you haven't fully explored the depths of this character's personality? And that doesn't matter if you're not having fun. If you're not willing to go forth and do that, you just need to make a new character anyways. So that was a little rant. Sorry about that. But point buy is good. Random is good. You can see kind of the methods here. If I did random, I would do 4d6, just drop the lowest. I think it gives you a little more chance than the 3d6, brings you up just a little bit in that average, but it's not going to overpower you as often method number 1 did on here. So my take, you got to do whichever method is going to be more fun for you. Both of them have their pluses, both of them have negatives. Just find out what you like and go that route. Once again, this video, my opinion, wanted to present the numbers as well. Try to put them in the comments, check below. That is my take on point buy versus random. Both are good. Choose the one you like. Thanks for watching.